The negative people are always trying to push you down. They might shout at you and even mock you, and that's simply because they might be jealous of your appearance and belongings. But what should be your move in such circumstances? It is not reacting in the same manner or using the option of force. The best possible option on the chessboard is following the principles of Stoicism. So in this video, we'll discuss 10 Stoic lessons that can help us silence disrespectful people. Stay tuned till the end. Some people will leave the video in the middle, and if you're not one of those, then consider yourself exceptional and better than the rest. But before we begin, do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Lesson 1. Maintain your serenity. According to Stoic teaching, the most important thing is our perceptions of any event that happens in our lives rather than the event itself. As Epictetus wisely stated, people are not troubled by things, but by the perspectives they hold. This implies that disrespect in and of itself isn't inherently harmful or offensive. Instead, it's our interpretations and judgments that trigger feelings of hurt or anger. When facing such situations, do remember the offender is showing his or her class, not what values you represent or are worth. So keeping your calm is mandatory. Lesson 2. Cultivate compassion. Stoics place great importance on recognizing the interconnectedness of humanity and how comprehending the emotions and motivations of others can lead to improved relationships and personal development. In the face of disrespect, Stoicism advocates for the practice of empathy. Endeavor to step into the shoes of the other person and gain insight into their perspective. Understanding other people's viewpoints might help you analyze from a different situation. The offender might have different intentions rather than disrespecting you, so there is no need to take it personally. Empathy also stirs feelings of compassion and lessens negative emotions towards the individual. By empathizing with the person who has shown disrespect, you can refrain from taking their words or actions personally and instead respond with grace and respect. This approach helps prevent the escalation of conflicts and allows you to uphold your dignity. Apart from this, Stoic principles like wisdom and self-improvement perfectly align with empathy. The best part is, it helps you to learn and grow in challenging situations. Lesson 3. Embrace virtue. Central to Stoicism is the cultivation of virtues, such as wisdom and courage, which guide us in living a virtuous and morally upright life. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, penned the notion that virtue is nothing else than right reason. In essence, being virtuous equates to being rational and in harmony with the natural order of things. Stoics assert that virtue is the supreme good in life, with everything else being of lesser importance. In the face of disrespect from others, Stoicism instructs us to center our response on virtue. This doesn't imply turning a blind eye to disrespect, but rather responding in a manner that mirrors our Stoic values and principles. By focusing on virtue, we can sidestep the sway of our emotions, safeguard our dignity and integrity, and evolve as individuals. This shows how Stoic wisdom pushes us to never settle for less, even when facing any hardships. Lesson 4. Embrace acceptance. One of the core principles of Stoicism is to accept every circumstance of life, whether good or bad. This also includes the time when someone disrespects you. This principle encourages us to be grateful for our current circumstances and to refrain from fixating on what we may lack. Stoicism also imparts the wisdom of distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot, often referred to as the Stoic dichotomy of control. We possess dominion over our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, yet we wield no influence over external events or the conduct of others. Hence, when confronted with disrespect, it's vital not to allow it to disturb our inner serenity. Instead, the best option is to take this as part of life and take steps to improve in such situations. Approaching disrespect with Stoicism enables us to sidestep unwarranted anger, frustration, and bitterness. Moreover, we can extract valuable lessons from these experiences, fostering personal growth. This approach equips us to address disrespect in a composed and reasoned manner. Lesson 5. Embrace forgiveness. Picture this. Someone disrespects you. How would you respond? With a fiery outburst of anger or with a decision to let it go? Ancient Stoicism offers valuable insights. Stoics assert that forgiveness isn't a favor to the other person. Rather, it's a gift to yourself. It serves as the key to inner peace and happiness, although it's no easy feat. Forgiveness doesn't imply forgetting or endorsing the transgression. It signifies the conscious choice to release the negative emotions that inflict more harm on you than anyone else. Stoics advocate for judicious forgiveness, driven by compassion and justice rather than indiscriminate absolution. Stoicism prompts us to concentrate on what we can control and release the rest. We can't dictate others' actions, but we can govern our responses. Trust me, forgiving someone helps you relieve yourself from the weight of anger and resentment. This would not only help you to move forward, but also give you a sense of inner peace. In Stoicism, forgiveness isn't a sign of weakness, but of strength. It's not surrender, but victory. It's not a sacrifice, but a reward. This shows that the key to self-improvement is forgiving people. Lesson 6. Establish firm boundaries. Stoicism doesn't advocate for passivity. It calls for resilience. It urges you to be as unwavering as a solid rock when confronted with disrespect and injustice. Be the kind of rock that comprehends its own value and insists on respect from others, a rock that governs the manageable and lets go of the uncontrollable. When someone shows you disrespect, you need not endure it silently, nor should you respond with unbridled anger. Instead, you can remain composed and assertive. You have the ability to communicate what was done wrong and your expectations regarding how you should be treated. This should help you establish your boundaries that will safeguard your dignity and self-respect. This is the essence of Stoicism, which encourages strength, fairness, and bravery. It teaches us to honor ourselves and others, all the while maintaining our inner composure and external dignity, regardless of the circumstances. Lesson 7. Embrace humor. Every so often, a touch of laughter can work wonders. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining emotional control and acting rationally, yet it also acknowledges the value of humor in confronting challenging situations. Humor can aid in preserving our emotional equilibrium and preventing us from succumbing to excessive anger or irritation when faced with disrespect. Instead of allowing our emotions to dominate, we have the choice to respond with a clever quip or a playful jest. So use humor wisely and at the appropriate time. Nevertheless, humor can be a constructive Stoic tool for addressing disrespect, ultimately fostering a more positive and serene resolution. Lesson 8. Engage in self-examination. Another vital facet of Stoicism involves the practice of introspection and self-analysis. Stoics held the belief that the quality of our thoughts profoundly shapes the quality of our lives, and therefore we should continually endeavor to enhance ourselves and our conduct. When confronted with disrespect, it becomes crucial to turn inward and pose questions like, is there any validity in what the individual said or did? What words and actions have been used by me in this situation? How can I respond in a manner that aligns with my values and virtues? By self-reflecting and evaluating, you can gain insights into what you could have done better in that situation. Self-reflection, in the Stoic tradition, guarantees that your reactions stem from sound judgment rather than impulsive responses. It serves as a platform for learning from the experience, fostering personal growth and wisdom. Lesson 9. Practice the art of patience. Stoicism underscores the significance of self-discipline and rationality, contending that rash, emotion-driven reactions, such as anger or frustration, often result in poor choices and unnecessary distress. In the face of disrespect, the Stoic method encourages you to refrain from immediate, impulsive reactions. Instead, take a moment to pause and gather your thoughts. This enables you to regain mastery over your emotions and affords you the opportunity to respond in a more deliberate and reflective manner. By resisting the impulse to react instantly, you can better align your response with Stoic ideals of wisdom and self-restraint. This approach frequently yields more constructive and less emotionally charged interactions. When confronted with disrespect, employing the pause as a key Stoic tactic facilitates composure and promotes the making of reasoned decisions, ultimately fostering positive outcomes and personal growth. Lesson 10. Shift your viewpoint. Broadening your viewpoint can be a life changer. Firstly, you won't get upset, and secondly, you would learn how not to take things personally. This can give you multiple benefits in the long run. Like the wise Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." When you change how you see things, you can realize that most disrespect isn't a big deal and doesn't last long. It doesn't change your true worth or happiness. You can also see that disrespect often comes from the other person's lack of knowledge, their insecurity, or their weakness, not from you. So it's best for you to ignore and forgive them without even getting bothered. This will help you focus on the things in life that are important. You can commit more energy toward your goals and get better as a person. You can use your time to do what really matters and is useful. Trust me, you will have a healthy and happier life. In conclusion, these 10 Stoic lessons provide valuable guidance on how to navigate and respond to disrespect in a calm, rational, and dignified manner. The Stoic principles that we talked about today, like self-reflection, patience, forgiveness, and shifting one's perspective, can do wonders in transforming your life. Stoicism tells us to be the best people we can be, even when things are tough. It teaches us to stay calm and in control of our emotions. As we part ways, remember that Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions, but rather channeling them wisely, responding to disrespect with grace, and choosing to prioritize what truly matters in your life. And please do subscribe and watch the next video.